All right, how are y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. Today we're gonna have a little Bob Marley preaching to us in the background. I hope you can hear it, giving us words of wisdom. All right, so today we're gonna still work on solving quadratics by taking square roots. If you remember from our last lesson, we had problems that kind of looked maybe something like this here. Don't worry about if this works out correctly or not, but our goal was to get the x squared by itself. So we were subtracting 2, x squared equals 16, and this one does work out, but so remember, we were trying to get that by itself so we could take the square root. So if you look at our example for today, it looks a little bit different. First thing you might notice is we've got some parentheses here, and the parentheses is what's being squared. So just like we were trying to get this x squared by itself yesterday, today we're trying to get the parentheses squared by itself, okay? So I'm gonna rewrite it without that box. So we've got 6x plus 12, that's squared, plus 2 equals 38. So we're trying to get this parentheses squared by itself. So we're gonna do that by getting everything else on this side of the equal sign to the other side. And we're gonna start with this plus 2. We're gonna subtract 2. So now we've got 6x plus 12, that's still squared, equals 36. So just like the ones yesterday, when we got the x squared by itself, we took the square root. Well, we've got the parentheses squared by itself. We're ready to take the square root. So we're gonna take the square root of both sides. Remember, when we do that, the square root sign and the squared over here goes away. So that leaves me 6x plus 12 equals, square root of 36 is 6, but remember, when we take the square root of both sides, we're looking for everything that's gonna give me 36. My answer would be plus or minus 6. So remember, this is really plus 6 and minus 6. So now, this is where it gets a little tricky and we lose y'all sometimes, but now we're going to write, this basically is 2 equations, so we're gonna write 2 equations. Watch this, we're gonna do 6x plus 12 equals positive 6, and then we're also gonna write 6x plus 12 equals negative 6, right? Because this was plus or minus 6. So now I've got plus 6 or minus 6. Well, guys, now it's just a 2-step equation. We're going to subtract 12 from both sides. Equals negative 6. It's a 2-step equation that we're going to have to do twice because there's 2 of them, but they are both still 2-step equations. I'm going to divide by 6. X equals negative 1. There's one of my answers. And then I'm going to subtract 12 on this equation. That leaves me 6x equals negative 18. I'm going to divide both sides by 6, and x equals negative 3. On your worksheet, give me a second, let me pull it back up on my computer. On your worksheet, when you got to this point right here, that is going to be like numbers 1 and 2, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. On numbers 1 and 2, you're ready to take the square root of both sides. This original equation right here should help you get through number 3. So if you can do the whole thing from here all the way down, you should be able to do number 3. But then 1 and 2 are going to be, they're already going to be set up like this one here, where you're ready to take the square root of both sides. So give 1, 2, and 3 a shot. I'm going to do another video here in a sec that's going to get you through 4 through 6.